This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
I lived in Danville until I was 5, I think, so 5 years.
Is that when you moved to Cape Coral?
No, sir. I originally moved to Georgia, where I lived there for 8 years, and then I moved to Florida after that to follow my dad for work. So,
And what's it been like transitioning from college, where you transitioned from high school, where you're really successful as a senior, to now where you're battling for a position on the TV?
it's really different, I would say, because of like you said, you go from being really good at your position and everyone knows you and like you're starting, to having to start all over basically, where you have to work for your spot. And I've always had to work, but I would say that high school was just a little bit easier because like you can get away with speed, you can get away with making little mistakes, but here you can't just get away with speed, you can't get away with making the little mistakes, because the little mistakes can really affect the team and your position.
Tell us about the story with your finger. Was that a football injury?
Yes, sir. It was a football injury. I had my senior year playing spring game.
And what was the initial prognosis early on? I mean, were you expected to be able to come back and play football, or what was the prognosis?
I was expected to be able to come back to football. Of course, it was a recovery process that I had to go through, but he said I was gonna. My doctor told me that I would be able to come back as long as I healed correctly, and that's about it. So.
How difficult has it been with that injury to get back into being in football shape and being comfortable to attack the quarterback?
It really hasn't been an effect. Hasn't had an effect on me that as much as I would have thought it would have. Before I came back, I was a little scared to come back. I was like nervous. I was scared to hurt my hand again. But once I got back out there, I was more confident, and I felt like I played better and faster than I ever had. So,
What happened with that injury? How did that occur?
like I said, it was during my spring game, and I was going to sack the quarterback, and my friend was also coming to sack the quarterback, and we both hit him at the same time, and my hand just got stuck between both of their helmets, and I pulled it back.
Did part of that pinky rip off when that happened?
Yes, sir. The top part, the top phalange.
Uh, You and Braden have been turning heads here in the camp. Coach Aldridge even referred to you guys as two of the most talented freshmen that he's ever coached. What have the two of you been doing to make sure you guys can stand out and have an opportunity to play August 31st?
I would say focusing really is listening to the coaches, listening to what they're telling you. There's a lot of new things that we had to learn, a lot of new plays. It was hard in the beginning because like a lot of the stuff was even the words that they used, the different calls and stuff were different for us from high school. So we just really had to focus and pay attention, and then be confident in ourselves and know that we're here for a reason and that we have just as much skill as anybody else on the team.
How has it been playing behind Jesse? Has he been able to impart a lot of knowledge and wisdom on you?
Absolutely. It's been great actually playing behind Jesse. He's actually one of the people I would say has been the most helpful for me. I play behind him, and he actually tells me every day what I do wrong, tells me every day what I do right. He helps build my confidence, and he also helps me get better and correct and work on my craft. So I thank him a lot for everything that I've been able to do out here. So.
What has Coach Aldridge's message been to you over the last week or two as you prepare for the season?
Coach Aldridge's message to me,
Think you need to improve on? Or?
absolutely. He every day he tells us what we need to improve on as a team, as a individual, in a position. Every day he tells me after practice whether if I went hard or whether I didn't go hard. He tells me just to keep playing like my life depends on it, and to keep going hard every day, and just to not worry about making mistakes, because I will make mistakes. But he tells me just to give it all I got every play.
Just over 2 weeks out now from Syracuse, can you feel the urgency grow as you get closer to that season?
Yes, sir, absolutely. You can feel the urgency within the coaches, within the team. Everyone's getting a little bit more, I would say, anxious for the game, and like everyone's trying to get themselves ready, getting their positions ready, and getting their groups of kids ready. And it's a lot of intensity, and I like it, I enjoy it, but it is different from high school. So.